Let's go.
Ready? Sapphire? Alright.
Going? Sounds good. Deep up flash. Haze. Kicking us. Okay.
The wind will cover me.
Ooh. Invicta almost getting an early kill in orange. Once again, very low Haze. Haze will probably have to
I should be able to find some
end up
fun
buying
spots
the
to
healing
shoot
item.
from.
Confirms the Haze kill. Giving Sapphire a 2,000 soul lead.
I see them.
Someone like me.
Another kill on the left. Or first step.
Looky what I got here.
Throwing stake.
Oh, I'm not too cut out for solo casting. I won't be saying too much.
How's it going, bro?
Hey,
Right, so yeah, alright, well, here we are. I'm going to join a little bit late into this one, so apologies,
I appreciate
apologies.
the help.
Yeah, no, I heard you say that, and I was like, I'm not gonna make him do that. I'm not that mean. But, alrighty, folks, here we are. We are sitting at 11k to 12k souls right now. We're seeing the side of Emberhand be a little bit on the lower end. They are slowly but surely catching up. Haze starting to as well. It's looking like she was on the down low there for a little bit, but doesn't seem to be the case for too terribly much longer. Just going ahead, just teasing away at this, not necessarily wanting to over-engage. Can't really blame her on that. At this point in the game, when you're playing as Haze, just 5 minutes in, you are just so light. There's not much of a fight you can really take. The best thing you can do is try to maybe get in there third party to help finish off a character. But if you're just trying to solo fight that, so if you're facing down 1 or 2, I mean, you're gonna die. So can't really blame her on going ahead, just backing off like that. Just makes sense for her to go ahead, regen some health, maybe just tease away. But of course, an initial pick was made. Nicely done. We saw McGinnis find out one. A good little pick to go ahead and find a bit of extra souls, as well as clear up some of the lane coverage. We'll see if that remains to be the same. Of course, we do see that player going to go ahead and get back into the fight here pretty quickly. Meanwhile, we're seeing Lash. It's like a pretty heavy fight with Abrams. Abrams down low, not necessarily able to overcommit. And ooh, that's what I was talking about. Hayes, this stage of the game, can't really stay for those fights. If he stays for too long, you're going to die. You have to back up, use that smoke bomb, run away as fast as you can.
Now with that, Sapphire's getting a few kill lead. They currently hold like a 2,000 soul lead, which is going to bring them a little bit on the edge over Amber.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely looked like we saw Ember that, like, they were going to be able to even out the souls and maybe be able to go ahead and thrust forward. We saw a good pick. Yeah. That's where things could become a little bit more dire. But, I mean, so far it's just even trades. No one's able to really gain themselves that huge advantage. There's no big team fights just yet, of course. We're just 6 minutes into the game. I would definitely maybe like to see maybe the Haze go through and try and third-party fights, like, for instance, go for Dynamo, Ignis there, try and possibly get some on the flank, because, I mean, when she's into these fights, I mean, like, right now, we're going to see, I can't remember her name, the Archer Lady, get eliminated, most likely here. Yeah, no, she
got some audio popping, so the stream should probably be restarted real quick.
I have to say, that lane right there is such a bad fight for those two characters. I mean, they're just...
Yeah.
Honestly, they really need to flex off that.
Oh, stream stuck buffering. Oh, there we go.
Maybe flex the Bebop or the Lash onto that lane to play for that, because, I mean, those two can't contest that well. Just like send Lash, send Bebop, send McGinnis to go ahead and fight with them. Or send maybe the Haze to his. But for right now, that's just a bad matchup. But we're going to be seeing a lot of pressure being put down on the yellow lane. Which one is that? Is that York or?
Well done. I think I saw York.
Yeah, that York Street. That's going to be a huge pick onto the Guardian. That's going to be quite a few souls. This goes ahead and brings them just within 3k souls of evening it out. I think they need to go for a little bit of the neutrals just for a moment. Go ahead and grind up a couple of extra 100. But it looks like a fight's actually going to be occurring here pretty quickly. Some good damage going down. They're trying to slow him down there. Is it the same IP as the first game? Yeah, I need it. Oh, did the stream just die?
Guess so. Or it's just lots of lag. All good.
Beginning.
Yeah, stream's back up now. Hang on 1 second. Whoa.
Calvin Dynamo are clearing out the middle camps to try to get more souls. Currently, Sapphire's in the lead by 6,000 souls.
Yeah, no, that lead's expanded by quite a bit. That's going to be scary here for Amberhand. I mean, if they're not careful, they're going to get pushed back really quickly. And they got to be careful of that from here on out. I mean, at this point, yeah, no, it's just going to start. I think we're about to see a snowball. We see McGinnis fall there. McGinnis was one of those characters that you really need to help control that lane. But
two Sapphires
we did see the 2 picks back, though. They could be able to go ahead and push this Guardian. If they could go ahead and find it, that would be massive.
Our yellow guardian has been defeated.
But I don't think they're going to be able to.
See a bunch of guardians falling.
Well, there we go.
Fell. Blue's
Yeah,
about
no,
to
the Amber
fall.
Guard about to fall. Oh, that's such a shame. It looked like we were about to see a catch up in the souls. It's just not going to be the case, though. We are going to see a pretty heavy-handed fight going on over here on this pink lane, though, on the orange lane, rather. Yeah, this is such a shame. We'll see the first pick come through. Bebop's going to join him in the grave. That's it onto him. And, of course, Hayes, he's just going to head back to him off. Can't blame him on that. Doesn't want to overfight that. And that's going to be the orange lane maybe being lost entirely. No, they're not going to push it. I thought they might go ahead and try and go for Walker. I guess Lash is too close to contest. They don't necessarily know where the Haze is in that situation as well. So without that info, they just go ahead back on off. And they're going to look to see where else they could possibly find the picks and guide the Urn back to mid. There we go. That's quite a few souls. But one thing to note really quickly is I didn't look at the souls for just a few seconds there. And all of a sudden we've seen the situations flip. We see Ember Hand actually in the lead by 1k currently. I think that's just going to be caught up with just immediately though. Yeah, we do. It's just so swift. And right now we're back to even out. So these fights are going to start to look rather scary from here on out. I mean, one thing to note is definitely gonna be in Varnus currently. He could go ahead and get himself one of those 3k boosters here in just a moment. He's at 3.8k. He could go ahead and afford up quite a bit. I'm not sure what the build really needs to look like for him though, so I'm not gonna try and dictate what that needs to be. But, oh, look at this. We're going to see a bit of a fight go on here, back over here at orange. Yeah, no, this is going to be heavy. We're going to see one get caught out. Hayes tries to contest to save his teammates. And yeah, no, that was inevitable. So unfortunate there for Great Talon. Hayes going to try and go ahead and get out. We'll see Lash activate, attempt against the back line. But, ooh, he's ganked. He's gone.
That's a pick
He's
for,
playing alive just by the skin of his teeth. It's not going to be for long. We're going to see Hayes pop her ult. It's not going to be able to net what she wants, though. That's such a shame. She needed to go ahead and get a lot of damage off of that. She gets pretty much, but immediately gets picked out.
Guardian has been defeated.
Oh, man. You hate to see that. Hayes really needed to go ahead and not overfight into that. Going ahead and dropping into that. I understand that she wanted to try and create a little bit of space with the ult. Yeah, try and allow her teammates to escape. But it trades her life and gives away quite a few souls as well. And we're going to see a 2k lead in souls once again there for the Sapphire team. And now you're going to be in a rather scary spot. You have, of course, got Vindicta up at 5k souls to work with. She's going to go ahead and get that tier 3 buy. And that's going to be really scary going forward. And actually, no. Opts out of it, goes for a second tier buy, or third tier buy, rather. It goes for that in a second tier. Swift Strike and Sharpshooter. So, I mean, that's going to be able to dole out quite a bit of damage, but I thought maybe go for Glass Cannon at that stage when you got that many points, but I could also understand going ahead and doing that buy that she did. She's just going to be able to dole out so much damage going forward. Yeah, she's just going to go ahead, start to snipe away, see what sort of damage she can be put out. I will say the fight seems to have started to deteriorate in a rather massive way. We don't necessarily see people contesting lanes like they were there in the early game. It's a massive brawl back for orange. Dude, this orange streak fight has just been so ridiculous. We're going to see Great Talon get caught on out. Bebop goes ahead, pops his ult. That's going to result in
one by one they fall.
That Hayes is going yet again. Hayes just keeps getting picked, man. I mean, Hayes is 0-5. That is brutal.
Yeah.
We really need her to shift up her game plan if Ember Ham want a chance back into this. There's been a couple of times where it feels like she could be able to go off and get what she needs done, but
Here comes a Lash.
I will say right now, I do not like Hayes' build. Went Toxic Bullets, close quarters is good. It's something you always need on Hayes. Went extra regen, bullet lifesteal, which is fair, and bullet armor. Definitely needs a cooldown reduction. For one of her spirits, but she just hasn't bought it yet. I think that's a big mistake. Yeah, this fight for orange is about to occur again. We're gonna see Bebop look to attempt to get into a fight here with Lash. Well, it looks like they'll actually just go for this urn. I can't blame them on this. Just go ahead, try and get those extra souls. You're down by quite a few K at this point. And yeah, no, he's gonna be allowed to get there as well. Maybe Dynamo goes to contest it. Or actually, look at this. Wraith is coming from the other side with the urn as well. They don't know about that though. She's just gonna be able to go ahead and get that off.
Pleasure doing business.
Man, if they had just stuck around there in mid for a few more seconds and caught the Wraith, or not caught the Wraith, but allowed her to get it in there and then shot the souls out, that could have been massive. That could have been a huge regen. Or a regain.
Here we see Wraith going to the secret shop to buy in enemy territory. Or that's no, whoops, that's Sapphire.
Alrighty, let's see. What's the game plan from here on out for both these squads? Because right now, we do see Sapphire in a really solid leading position.
Well, Infernus has been in the
definitely-
jungle camps constantly farming
Yeah.
up souls.
Which is great for Amber in this situation.
Yes. Amber's got a lot of lead on the lanes at the moment.
They won't be going anywhere.
Ooh, we're seeing Bebop's ganked. That's unfortunate. That's okay. Maybe they go for rejuve here in the next little bit. They find that pick there, and then maybe go look for a second and go for that while they're a man up. I suppose the only problem is it's only 20-second respawn, and they're so far away. Oh, Lash, man. He wanted to go and get a trade. That's such a mistake. They need to go for rejuve now, though. If they go for rejuve now, they're going to get it. Doesn't look like they will, though.
Seems like blue team is regrouping up, or Sapphire's regrouping around the orange lane. Furnace going back into the jungle, or to the shop.
It seems like they want to try and flank that orchard position. It hasn't really been all too brilliant for them, all things considered, but it looks like they're going to go ahead and recontest over here at York Street. I think they want to go for Walker here.
Walker will
You know,
be in
Ember Hand,
front.
they're going ahead and playing for Orchard. Oh no, they're flexing. Look at this. They're flanking through the rotating there for the Orchard fight. They're going to go ahead and start to take that up. They want to catch up the Lash. They're going to be able to. Lash is caught. He does escape, actually. That's astounding. I can't believe he was able to survive for that long. It doesn't last for too terribly long. It looked like he might have been able to get out completely, but just doesn't. And now they're going to go for Walker fight.
Getting this Walker will be crucial to unlock their next flex slot. Sapphire or Amber already has theirs.
Yeah, no, in terms of lane control, here for at least for the time being, just due to York Street being nearly completely freed up here for Amber, that gives them so much movement, so much ability of movement, if they can go ahead and hold that down. But it looks like, yeah, there we go. The Walker, he'll end up falling there. That makes sense. We were expecting Sapphire to go ahead and go for that, but the question is, do they go for the Guardians are just right outside the gate? If they do that, they have themselves a super fast path back in through respawns as well as going for regions and buys as well all the way back at spawn. I don't think they'll push it too far hard. Yeah, we're just going to see them back on off. Amberhand goes ahead and recontests it. Looks to try and take up control. Meanwhile, Sapphire, they've reflexed over there towards that blue side. They're looking for the engagement over there, and they're going to go ahead and clear out the Walker. That's massive. They're just going to go ahead and start to roll. We're about to see a snowball. They're 94,000 points up versus that 77,000. I mean, this might be over.
Third
We're gonna
Walker
have to
being
see
attacked.
regen.
Full team fight's about to happen.
Yeah, no, this is going to be determining. Of course, there's not been too many buy-ups since. The walkers have gone up, so there's a good chance. We see the last go ahead, uses ult, tries to get off quite a bit of damage. We've seen an initial pick go through, and there we go, the clear. Abraham just starts to fall. That is unfortunate, man. I thought they might have had a chance back into it, but just due to this difference in souls, they just get picked out one after another. Haze, everybody falling away, and it's a full team wipe, and just like that, they have free reign of the server. They're going to be able to go ahead, they'll most likely go ahead and clear out these two Guardians. Just finish that off as quickly as they can, have themselves that fast path forward, and do they push on into it? They do. This is surprising. They might be able to get us activated their fake though. That would be so unfortunate here for Abraham if the first person that respawned back just gets eliminated right out of the gate. And it looks like she'll be able to escape here just for the time being. Nope. Man, that is not what you want to see. This is a done deal.
Yep. Once they have a 30,000 soul lead, there's really hard to turn around at this point. It looks like they're falling back and going for rejuve. Maybe?
Going back to that team fight, seemed to me like Lash, he ulted and he pushed Dynamo into his team, and Dynamo was able to singularity off of that. Unfortunately.
They're falling back to solo.
Oh, I think we're about to see a bloodbath here in a moment. I think they're going for rejuve. I think they're going for last-ditch effort.
I see Infernus.
I can't blame them on this call to go ahead and play for this mid fight. They're so low on souls though. I mean, still, God, I do not like what Haze has attempted with this, but it looks like they'll go ahead and just fight for the urn in this situation. Haze, he's going ahead and teasing out. He's going to get caught out here. Oh, yeah, no, he's just... That's a mistake. Yeah. You don't need to ult in that situation. You need to go ahead and play back with your team, especially if you can go ahead and draw them into that room to ult in that situation. Oh, that would be great, but other than that, we're just going to see him get picked, and then the rest of them start to fall like dominoes. We see McGinnis fall away first, and then we see another fall as well. Great talent, Lash, they're gone, and that's going to be another full team wipe. I mean, really, Haze can't be in that situation.
Once again, every single one fell almost. Lady Geist is out, but the soul gap just keeps strong.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty much over. I mean, I like what they wanted to do there, to just go ahead, play to get themselves over into a position where they can go ahead and deny the souls, possibly go for rejuve thereafter if they can win themselves a couple of picks. Of course, Haze just got overextended, get picked out, and then once that happened, it was just a domino effect. The rest of them fell immediately. Rejuve goes down. That's going to be the side of Sapphire just going ahead, taking Rejuve for themselves. And they're just in a super comfortable position from here on out. I won't be surprised if we just see them go ahead and finish the fight in just a few moments. I mean...
I like the tech with the Bebop there. He tried to hook the Lash back towards them with the urn, but I think Lash like jumped or something and it missed. But that's really cool. I didn't think about doing that before. Fortunately, didn't work out for them.
Guys sticking near the Guardians. Lash and Great Talon are about to be caught out by Sapphire.
Well, there might be an escape here. No, Great Talon stayed for too long.
Not fast enough.
Yep.
Thanks for having my back.
At this point, the soul gap is approaching 40,000.
Yeah, it's something I just want to note really quickly as well. Lady Geist as well as Haze. Haze actually got a first kill just now. Very nice. But Lady Geist still at 0. 0 and 3. I will say Lady Geist has been a survivor into this. Oh.
Down 4.
Yeah. I think this is where they go ahead and end it.
Yep. They have rejuve. They have the quick respawns. They're just going to be able to win with attrition and souls.
Quick little ult. Not gonna be on net. Pretty much anything. Definitely would have held on to that for a little bit longer once you know they push forward. Maybe play into one of these side entrances to go ahead and throw it from there.
Entirety of Amber's back up. They'll probably play a little more passive.
You're not getting closer.
I'm surprised Sapphire just didn't go ahead and commit in. like, right now, at least for the time being, this is going for an unnecessary length. I suppose Ember, if we see mid-boss respawn, and they're able to find mid-boss, that could be huge. For Ember Hand to go ahead and get up there.
Another Walker
Soul difference is
Falls.
still great. Man, God, this build that Hayes is doing is infuriating me. I'm just saying. It's making me so angry.
Bebop pops his ult. Not doing too much.
Pop goes the Weasel. We see them all fall away. We don't see a couple of picks. Come on, through at least one. That's a couple of souls to use for at least one of those players. And yeah, there we go.
This should be enough to end the game.
No, it is. It's gotta be done. If it isn't, I'll be astounded. 35-second respawn is the most. That's on Hayes. The rest of them, don't start getting here about 20 seconds. And they go ahead and find the pick onto the first respawn. That's one thing they gotta be really careful about. It's when you do respawn, you just need to hold back. Go to one of those side entrances and maybe try and pick out some shots from there. But you can also have a retreats if you just hold, you know?
Yeah, getting staggered here is absolutely devastating. Can't really do anything.
So there's 3 respawns. It's going to be a 3v5 situation if they want to go ahead and play for this. Oh, I love that. That's fun on Lash. It's not going to net anything, unfortunately. I thought they might have been able to get a kill off that. Hayes goes ahead, drops an ult. Just going to go ahead and get lifted up by the Wraith. That's it. Nice little victory by the Ember Hands. And or not Ember Hand, but Sapphire. It is an absolute brutal slogfest by them.